Please select destination.
Copy that. We are clearing area for extraction. Go, go!
Hello there and better. Hello there and welcome in game. You might have recognised that little montage as being from the start of the first Gears of War. I'd love to show you more, or even some of the interaction, but I can't. Simply put, it was at this point that I stopped playing because the swimmy head, hot and cold flashes and nausea had started. I suffer from motion sickness, and because of this, I'm denied a whole bunch of fun. I thought the Gears would be okay, you see. I'd assigned my affliction to FPSs only, and this didn't fall into that category, but it seems that the camera movement resulted in the same dreadful and frustrating physiological reactions. I got ill. This means I miss out on a whole bunch of other cool stuff as far as gaming goes. I mean, think back over the years at some of the iconic titles out there, games like Halo, Call of Duty, for example. These games which I've heard great things about, which my friends and colleagues here at Ready Up have spent evenings together playing. These games which I've had to pass by and simply experience through the stories of others, quite simply because they make me sick. It's not just games, of course. Rapid camera movements on TV have the same effect. That lurch inside my head, which has me closing my eyes and looking away, yeah, silly both at the same time, but needed to avoid the 2 or 3 hours of mild nausea, which I know that's going to follow even a few moments of exposure. I remember reading or attempting to in the back of cars also making me feel a bit ill, and I still have the occasional ooh moment on trains. What's difficult to explain, other than purely in camera and control terms, is that I can and do play driving and racing games from either cockpit or bonnet cam view, the driving equivalent to the first-person shooter position, and can do all of that without any ill feeling at all. The key, it seems, is the camera work. It's the rapid movements which disorientate and throw me a curve. With early FPSs, I remember the lensing of the scenery at the side of the screen and that feeling of rapid rotation, and as the characters look this way and that. Even now, I feel it coming back from memory. I've tried all sorts of things to try and get over this thing. Close one eye was one suggestion, which on the face of it made sense. Remove one element of the stimulus and perhaps things won't be as bad. Doesn't help, of course. 2 eyes allow for depth perception and the screen's 2D anyway. Take seasickness tablets was another. I mean, okay, but really? I mean, don't get me wrong, with the various abuses I've put my body through over the years, popping painkillers in anticipation of a bad day got to be a no-brainer. But I'm afraid that doping myself up in prep for playing in half an hour or an hour of Halo just seems a bit extreme, even for me. If you've got positive experience of that though, I mean, please let me know, I would be interested. I've become pretty much resigned to the fact that there's a whole set of games I'm simply not going to have to play, simply going to have to avoid. It doesn't make things any easier when I have to listen to how much fun, how brilliant, how awesome game X is, and how it's such a shame I can't play it. Yeah, thanks. So, next time you're chalking up frags, battling through an urban jungle, or guiding the Master Chief through another end-of-all human life situation, consider yourself extra lucky that you have the opportunity to do so. Some of us don't. And on that slightly feeling sorry for myself note, that's it for now. I'll see you next time. Ooh, excuse me.